Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss parts of speech in more detail. So this slides is made to explain materials for week 3 for English syntax class. Okay, now let's start with the definition. What is part of speech or parts of speech? Part of speech is related to words. So different kinds of words. Yeah, so we say it in Bahasa Indonesia, jenis-jenis kata. So the words, according to their position they can fill and the function they can perform in various structures. So it's about where the word can fill the position in sentences or phrases. And also what the function of the words. Jadi di mana posisinya dan fungsinya. Okay, so we move to the next one. Part of speech can also be called as syntactic category and word class or word classes. So it's about how words function in sentence. In Carnie's book, the explanation about parts of speech is more about how words function. And part of speech of a word is determined by its place in the sentence, by its morphology, not by its meaning. So this is what you need to keep in your mind. So part of speech is closely related to morphology. I hope you still remember your class, your morphology class. So in morphology is about the shape of words, and part of speech is more about morphology, not more about the meaning. So it doesn't matter if you don't know the meaning, but you have to know the shape of the word. Okay, so in knowing the part of speech we can do distribution tests. Distribution test is about testing the words from its morphological distribution and syntactic distribution. What is morphological distribution? It's about affixes. So as you have learned in your morphology class, there are two kinds of affixes, derivational and inflectional morphemes. I hope still remember. And in derivational affixes usually change the parts of speech from a certain kind of word into another kind of word. But inflection do not change the part of speech, but they usually are related to grammar or grammatical structure. Okay, we'll see some examples later after this. And the second one in syntactic distribution is more about the position. So what are the words appear near the word that we are going to test? Yeah. Okay, so I can say, jadi untuk morphological distribution itu lebih pada adanya imbuhan. Jadi imbuhan baik itu yang derivatif ataupun yang inflection. Yang derivatif itu lebih pada imbuhan yang biasanya merubah jenis kata. Kalau inflection itu imbuhan yang biasanya terkait dengan grammar. Kalau syntactic distribution itu lebih pada posisinya atau kata kita mengaitkan kata yang ingin kita ketahui jenisnya dengan kata lain yang ada di sekitarnya. Okay, let's discuss some part of speech or major parts of speech. So there are 4 major parts of speech, and I'm sure you must have known this. The first is noun. What is noun? Noun is usually related to person, names, or things. Yeah. Okay. And how to know noun? So we can do first morphological distribution, morphological tests. In knowing morphological tests, we will find derivational suffixes and inflectional suffixes. Jadi yang dua, derivational suffix dan inflectional suffix ini adalah untuk mengetes noun secara morfologi atau morphological ya. Okay, so as we can find here, these are some suffixes that shows itself as noun. Jadi kalau ada akhiran seperti ini, okay, and then nurse and so on, so you can read it by yourself. Nah, ini semuanya menunjukkan kemungkinan kata tersebut adalah noun, but it's not always, because if you have a suffix ing, the word can be noun, can be verb, can also be adjective. So we have to look at the context. Okay, what about the inflectional suffixes for nouns? Usually, inflection is about plural, yeah, with a suffix as or as. But some also have this an, oxen, children. This is for irregular plural, and this one also. Okay, and another example. Okay, so these are affixes that can be known as noun. But remember, suffix s does not always occur in noun, but you can also find this suffix in verb. So you have to be careful. And the second distribution is syntactic distribution. Is about the position. So have a look. Nouns often appear after determiner. So you have to know what is determiner. Okay, we will discuss more about determiner later, but we look at the example like this one. These peanuts. We know that this is a determiner, or you can say it as a pronoun, yeah, demonstrative pronoun. These peanuts. So we have determiner, and usually after determiner we have nouns, and we can see s right here. And another distribution, a syntactic distribution for noun, is that noun can appear after adjectives. And okay, this is for English, of course, like big peanut. So big is adjective, and after adjective we can find a noun. And in Bahasa Indonesia we usually say peanut big, but in English we say big peanut. And nouns can also follow prepositions. Nouns usually after prepositions, and like for example in school, in preposition followed by school as the object of preposition. And all of these conditions can happen together. Dan semua ini tadi like determiner, adjective, and also preposition, they can be in the same together in the same clause, yeah, like in the big gym. So we have preposition, we have determiner, and we have also adjective. So this is the position of noun, or the syntactic distribution of noun. Okay, let's go next to the second major part of speech is verb. Okay, let's see the morphological distribution. We have derivational suffixes and inflectional suffixes. In derivational suffixes, usually verbs often end in like this one. Okay, we have dissipate, we have regularize. Okay, and for inflection, we can recognize verbs from the ending ed. Okay, or also s. Okay, so as I said, this is the similar to noun, so you have to be careful. And you can also find ing, and then we have n. Okay, just like this one, the ice cream was eaten, so we have suffix n. So these are the suffixes for verb. Jadi kalau ketemu akhiran-akhiran seperti ini, kemungkinan dia adalah verb. Okay, and then for the syntactic distribution, where is the position of verb? So verbs can follow auxiliaries and modals such as will. Okay, and look at the example. Like modal, we have will, have will is a modal, but have, having, had, they are auxiliaries. To be. So in auxiliaries we have to be, we have modal, and you can also have like do, does, did. Those are also auxiliaries. So if you find auxiliaries in a structure, you may find verbs afterward. And if you find modals, so you may also have or meet verb after that. Okay, and next, verbs follow subjects and can follow adverbs. Verbs usually follow subjects, like, okay, we don't have example here, like I study. So the subject first and then verb, and can follow adverb. For example, like often. So usually verbs followed by adverb, like always, love, usually, work, and so on. Okay, so those are about verbs. Now let's go to next, adjective. Okay, I think adjectives are also very popular, and we have derivational suffixes for adjective and also inflectional suffixes. And look at the derivational suffixes. We have ing, like the dancing cat. So we have ing here as an adjective. It seems like a verb, so be careful with ing suffixes, yeah, because you have to check the context. Indicative, readable, traditional, and so on. Those are all suffixes for adjective if you find them. And what about the inflection? Adjectives can be inflected into comparative form. So we have comparative degrees, where the same or more or most, yeah. So is it superlative or comparative, and so on. Okay, so I think that's about the adjectives are typically indicated using prefix. So you may also find prefix, yeah, prefix for adjective, like the word incorrect. Okay, correct, incorrect, legal, illegal, regular, irregular. So those are also some suffixes or prefixes for adjective. Okay, what about the syntactic distribution for adjective? Adjectives can appear between determiners such as the, this, and noun, like the previous example, the big peanut. So determiner and then adjective and then noun. And adjective can also follow the auxiliaries. Yeah, so usually, for example, I am smart. So we have smart after the auxiliaries. Okay, so you were how to say that? For example, you were broken. For example, if we talk about like something. Okay, those are all about adjective, and let's move next to the last major part of speech, adverb. So in derivational suffixes, usually adverbs end in ly, quickly, slowly. Remember, no fastly. Okay, so we have only fast. And inflectional suffixes for adverb, it is said that adverbs generally don't take any inflectional suffixes. However, on rare occasions, they can be used comparatively and follow the word more. Yeah, she went more quickly, like this one, more quickly. Yeah. Adverbs typically don't take the prefix. Also, unless the adjective they are derived from does first, unhelpfully from unhelpful. Okay, but you cannot say unquickly, right? Okay, so this is just not common. And the syntactic distribution, what is the position of adverb? most easily described by stating where they can appear. So adverbs cannot, see somewhat about cannot, yeah. Adverbs cannot appear between a determiner and a noun. So remember, adverbs can be in some positions, but if we want to know how is the syntactic distribution of adverb, we just need to know where adverb cannot appear. So you have to remember that adverb cannot appear between determiner and a noun. So you cannot say the quickly fox, no, but you can say quickly the fox or the fox quickly, but not the quickly fox. Yeah, okay. That's all. The four major part of speech. Now you need to know these words. Neologism. So what is neologism? Neologism is new words. So part of speech can also be classified into open or closed parts. So what does it mean? If we look at neologisms, new words, do you know new words that you can find around you? Take an example like COVID-19. COVID-19 is a new word. And what kind of part of speech do you think COVID-19 is? COVID-19 is part of noun. So open class is part of speech which is open, which can have new words, ya. Jadi ada dua jenis part of speech, ada open and closed. Kalau open itu adalah part of speech yang bisa mendapatkan kosakata baru, and open classes are the major part of speech. Yaitu open class itu adalah 4 tadi jenis kata yang sudah kita bahas, yaitu noun, verb, adjective, sama adverb itu bisa menerima kosakata baru atau neologism. But closed part of speech, selain 4 itu kita sebut sebagai closed part of speech, jadi tidak bisa kosakata baru, ya. Misalnya selain misalnya seperti pronoun. Nah, pronoun itu adalah closed part of speech. Misalnya pronoun itu hanya ada they, we, I, you, she, he, it, dan tidak bisa mendapatkan tambahan. Okay. Next, there are also two kind of part of speech, ada yang lexical and functional. Lexical means part of speech can have a content, and functional is more about the grammatical information. Okay, have a look at this one. Yeah, content or lexical class, it means that they have descriptive meaning. So it's more about those 4 major part of speech. Jadi yang content words itu ada tadi yang 4. Function words itu selainnya yang memiliki grammatical information, yang biasanya have only little or no lexical meaning. Okay, what are they? Function word itu seperti apa? Okay, function word can include preposition, determiners, and conjunctions, and complementizers, and tense categories, and negation. So this is for Carnie's book. Yeah. Preposition, I'm sure you can remember what are included as prepositions. Prepositions itu ada yang simple prepositions only contain one word, ya, jadi ada satu kata, in, add, on. Ada yang 2 kata, like into, for example. Ada yang 3 kata, in front of. Those are prepositions. And determiners ini adalah penanda noun, so include articles. Ini adalah the, a, and an. Deictic, ini termasuk di dalamnya adalah seperti pronouns juga, ya. Quantifier, ini jumlah seperti several, many, and so on. Numerals, numbers. Possessive pronoun and relative pronoun. Okay. And conjunctions, you have to remember that conjunction can be correlative conjunctions or coordinating conjunctions, or you may find subordinating conjunction. But if you talk about subordinative conjunction, we will discuss about complementizer. Nah, di complementizer ini lebih pada adanya subordinating conjunctions atau adanya penghubung yang di sana tidak menjadikan dua struktur yang dihubungkan itu setara, tapi tidak setara. Okay, we'll have a look at this in the discussions about dependent and independent clause. And then tense categories here means the auxiliaries, modals, and to infinitive that we may find. Ini maksudnya adalah adanya auxiliaries itu juga masuk ke function word atau closed class. And negation or not, kata not ya. Or in more details, you may also find that there are 8 main groups. Ada juga yang mengatakan di sini menurut bukunya Francis itu function words is divided into 8. Jadi yang pertama adalah noun determiner, including articles and pronoun, auxiliaries, qualifier, prepositions and coordinators or conjunction, interrogators or question words, and then includers, or here is subordinating conjunction and also relative pronoun, and sentence linker is more about how to say that, the linkers or the transitional signal in the sentences. And also miscellaneous, so other than that, yeah, like hey, oh, so those are also called as function word. Yeah, yes, too. And also negation here we have not, and hesitator, like well, those are all also included as function words. Okay, and we have also subcategories of the power of speech, like noun. In noun, it can be divided into plural and singular, proper and common, pronoun and anaphora. What is anaphora? We'll discuss this later, maybe with group 5 or next. And then countable and uncountable, okay, or mass. Yeah. Okay, so those are the subcategories of noun. And then we may also find the subcategory of verbs. So we have transitive verb, like love, intransitive, smile, ditransitive, give. Transitive means the verb need object, intransitive no need object, ditransitive need more than one object. Okay, and that's all. So now you can ask your questions. Thank you so much, and these are the references that is used in this slide. Thank you so much. That's all.